Hi guys, welcome. I've got my setup here, the latest XL Next clone. We don't need this one inside the clone, and we'll just boot up and I'll make a video about the latest status of the ArcoLinux tool. I've been programming, figured it out. I mean, by the sense that you have to make always choices, and it seems I kinda walk through life, do all kinds of things. In the meantime, I'm thinking, right? How shall I do it exactly, etc., etc. So that's fun. Analyzing what will I do, how will I do it, making the choices, and then sit down exactly knowing this is what I'm gonna type. That's the Python code I need, and then we still need to type it right. But the analysis phase is certainly fun. So the new thing is, the idea is that we have something to have when it greets us. A greeter, a display manager. There is SDDM, LightDM, LXDM, and there is still GNOME and Lie, and Lie is is outside of the scope because that's a terminal, it's black. Anyway, so we want to have a nice wallpaper, just like I've changed here the wallpaper by default. Wouldn't this be nice as a login screen? And you have so many, there's thousands, millions probably, if not more, wallpapers, and there are ones you like. Can we set that for SDM? Can we set it for the LightDM? Still work in progress. LXDM, work in progress. But SDDM is finished, and that's what we're using in all projects, right? ArcoLinux, Carly, and ALCI, so I don't know, 40-ish ISOs that already are covered. And then I have to check all the others here. What we do, we install SDDM. We enable SDDM, and in ArcoLinux, of course, we have a variety of choices, and ArcoLinux Simplicity is our default. So we'll go over everything. Then later on the ArcoLinux SDDM themes, and see what this is all about. Okay, let's try to do this with methods and madness. So apply, to be sure, ArcoLinux Simplicity. We don't want to auto login because we want to see SDDM. So apply again, and then the beginning. In the beginning there was light. No, in the beginning there was this wallpaper. That's the standard, that's the default, and it's an awesome wallpaper. But at some point in time, you get tired of that particular wallpaper. It's going to be a long video because we need to test lots of stuff. So ArcoLinux Simplicity is the choice at this point in time. First choose whatever you want to have, SDM, LightDM, LXDM, and then this one is one tab for everything. The drop down at this point in time is void, it's always SDDM now. This will work, and then so on, but let's do it first by clicking and selecting. Then we have this Panther or I don't know, Cheetah, something like that. And when we log out, we have this look. And by default, I'm very, very happy with the developer of Simplicity. He made something that's just awesome. And then of course you can keep on changing wallpapers, though that's not what we're gonna show in the video. That would be a bit silly, selecting all the wallpapers and showing, but we'll gradually get there. So if we would say I'd like to have Aileron apply the settings, then either you keep Aileron, the default wallpaper, or you go for the next wallpaper, and that's how we're gonna proceed, right? Select and apply, and here is always the reset to original. So we've changed it now. If you want to go back to the default of that particular theme, that's the reset. and it kind of looks good, right? It's the default, but with another wallpaper and maybe another one, right? So it fits into the glazy, the glass kind of look. Then perhaps you say, wow, what a result. It is, beauty is in the eye of the perceiver. Choose your wallpaper. And we go to login. That was aileron, so the default Maldives. Apply. Choose the wallpaper afterwards. Number 3. Apply. I think I'm gonna move these guys around. I tend to go to the right here. So select and apply. I'll move it here and reset to the other side. Maybe reset here. That's a better. It's counterproductive in my hand here. Log out. Wow, right? This is your login, okay. Nobody gets in unless they know the password. And often it boils down to a nice wallpaper, because the fields are always the same. Who are you? What's your password? So that was the Maldives. I'll show the Maya, but it has no sense to go to the wallpaper. And now you know, this is just colors. So there's no wallpaper involved at all. So we got the 3 from our default SDDM. So that's that. Those are the defaults. And that's ours, our default. But there are still some missing SDDM themes. Now I've thrown out a few that I don't like anymore. So you'll see that the drop down is shorter. 3 themes have been deleted. They're still on the repo. At some point in time they will be deleted because they will not be maintained. ArcoLinux Chile, ArcoLinux from Fralonra, and Red Rock. These 3 were not good enough to keep. And all the rest we keep. So futuristic is apply settings. The default, you know, the default image, I think. And then we select it, quit it, and we go for logout again. And that's the fun. Now we can quick around, look at all these things. This is actually the default. So something went wrong. Let's have a look. Which is the Back to the Future car, right? Login. So futuristic, check. Wall. This one was it? Select and apply. And then we quit. Let's see. All right. So Houston, we've got a problem. And why is that? So investigate together with me. Conf KDE settings. ArcoLinux futuristic, check. And then he has to go to user, share, SDDM, themes, ArcoLinux futuristic. Here it is. That's strange. He should apply it and everything is good to go. Number 4, that's probably right. Number 4. And even so, background, 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 background. No, no typos. Might be possible as well. That is super strange. Let's see if the mistake persists. What if we change the theme? In the meantime, my brain can work. Login, futuristic, materia. Okay. Apply settings. We have now everything open, I guess, in Sublime. So KDE knows it's ArcoLinux materia, and he knows, well, not this one, but yeah, we need to go to user share. I have been clicking, my god, materia. So that's the one. Go to the wall, take this one, select and apply. We've got an extra file here. Number 5, yes. Looking good. Don't do anything strange now. Oops, I forgot to log out nicely. I told myself I wouldn't do that. Log out from or quit ATT. So this is working. So then, then the mind thinks, okay, why on earth would that particular theme react different than all the others that we've already seen? And that's what we do all the time. If you're thinking about making your own distro, that's basically what we do all the time. Why this and why that? Solve things. So material dark, it's a nice wallpaper, but at some point you get bored. I believe we're at this wallpaper. Quit, right? Quit. Log out. This is for dark stuff. Okay. So it can blend in nicely. And what else? Login. So material dark, simplicity, we've done that. Slice won't change, I'll show you, but slice is slice. Just like the other one, the default. This is the way it should look and should never change. It's like the other one. Let's see, the name of the default was a Maya or something. That's one that doesn't change either. Yeah, Maya. So sugarcane is actually nice with the default wallpaper, but yeah, sure, yeah, why not? Because it's a new wallpaper and nobody has seen it. Maybe you say, oh yeah, that looks nice. The orange with the orange accents, I think it fits nice together. That was our previous, before simplicity was our default SDDM theme, but we discovered that it was a bit slow in making the desktop. So if you have one desktop, it's fine. If you have 4 or 5 desktops, it was looking around and we're waiting, and after a few seconds, but yeah, the belly feeling right, too much seconds, and we went for simplicity. This is urban lifestyle. By default, also a new wallpaper. Yeah. So I've been looking at all the wallpaper, all the SDDM themes. Voila. New look. That's the default. But if you don't like the default, and that's the fun, that's why I've made it. Now we're not depending anymore on SDDM and Plasma because they go together, right, hand in hand. But now we have basically. Oh yeah, the lady. Then we have basically our hands-free. Doesn't matter which of the 28 desktops we have. We go to the tweak tool, we change the wallpaper, and that's all we need to be able to do. Just change, and everything looks awesome. All right. Before I forget, maybe, right? Before I forget. There is one more that's not by default inside the list of the meta packages of SDDM themes, and there's a good reason for it. So if you have this, if we click here, install missing ArcoLinux SDDM themes, we get this. And the guys who have Plasma, and I happen to have Plasma, how did I do it? ArcoLinux tweak tool, to the second tab there, desktop, Plasma installed, voila. There is something called sudo pacman -s, ArcoLinux, SDDM, and then Breeze. And we say, Eric, Breeze, why Breeze? Ah, that's the old one. Update. Ah, yeah, sorry. I've made a clone. So I deleted my old clone, and this is the new clone, meaning I don't have Plasma anymore. But if you, and that's the thing, right? That's why it's not in there by default. It requires, as you see, the whole Plasma stuff. Now, if you have Plasma, there's no problem. There will be just 2 packages to install, or maybe 3 packages to install, because all the rest is there. It's all K stuff. So I don't mind installing it for you guys, but I rather do it the normal way, well, the proper way. That's desktop and install Plasma like this. Then I know exactly what's in there, and then I can show you. It's just a few lines because all the rest is there already. This is probably one of the most interesting features of the ArcoLinux tweak tool. Anywhere we go, anything ArcoLinux based, as long as we have the ArcoLinux servers, Manjaro does not have the ArcoLinux servers, but as long as we have that, then we're 100% certain that's gonna work. A lot of work for him. It is a desktop after all, of some size. Voila. And yeah, let's see if I tell him then to install this, how many files? The one, right? That's it, just one line. So basically nothing. So if you're on Plasma, this is what you could do, and why I liked or I disliked something about Breeze. You've seen now images, backgrounds are beautiful, crystal clear. And what does SDDM do? He blurs it. So Breeze is nice and it's good to use, but if you have a wallpaper, let's now get some more. This makes life interesting. Install ATT backgrounds. Depending on the internet, it's gonna be fast or not. It's certainly above 100 megabytes, but 150, 200, and then you get a lot of backgrounds in. So suddenly you have more choices. I do like to see Tron here. So if we say let's go for Breeze, and then we choose a wallpaper that we love, what will Breeze do to it? Right? I said, what? A little bit of Googling, a little bit of trying, and I figured out what I should delete from Breeze to have my crisp clear or crystal clear image. So this is Breeze. This is the ArcoLinux Breeze. We apply it, everything applied, then you apply the wallpaper. And if we go back to the same one, this guy, it is already applied, but okay. One click more won't hurt anybody. And then finally, I have this awesome image. And voila, I'm a happy guy. So that was the extra feature for the guys who are on Plasma. We can actually switch and log out and move over to Plasma. Remember X11 Don't do Wayland in VirtualBox. Now this is not set up the way we do it. By that I mean it's XFCE and then Plasma on it. So everything needs to be set the way it should be on an ArcoLinux B Plasma. That's your job, not mine. Everything is here, of course, the system settings. Now, Ctrl-Alt-E, ArcoLinux Tweak Tool. What have we not done yet? And there may be things I've forgotten, right? So guys, help me. So we've went through all of them and an extra one. Everything works except the one from Futuristic. I'll check it out. And the wall. The install and the remove works as well. Gone. And install. We haven't tried out the import yet. You can try to remove things that are ours. Then we say you cannot remove that wallpaper. You can of course remove these guys, but that's it. These are part of the ATT. You can try to remove selected image, select all you want. You cannot remove. That's one. If you, let's restart ATT. I have to think about every single situation. So that's why I say, come to Discord and tell me you forgot the program. If the user does this and that, then. So if I don't select anything, then it says first import an image. If I don't select anything and I want to remove, first choose a wallpaper image. If I have not selected anything here, same. And reset of course works. Background reset successfully. But if you try it again, then we say, no, we can't reset it again because it is already reset. So all these situations, all these things need to be programmed. Last but not least, I have images, you have images. What if we could go to a place on the internet? No, place on your computer, of course, somewhere you have wallpapers. I'll just go to the default of backgrounds or ArcoLinux, voila. This is the new guy, the flower, the red thing that we see here. Arco wallpaper. Voila. And import. This one, however, I can remove, right? But that's for later. First we select, we apply, we quit, and we log out. How awesome is that? And this is still Breeze, our Breeze. I had this idea, months if not years in my mind. Never had the knowledge nor the time. And now finally got it. And this is the guy who says, I always auto-log in right. But it's fun programming. So I've got this thing, then I need to remove because it was ugly. Voila, it's removed again. And for the rest, there are still some things to iron out, that's clear. But it's good to try it out and give us some feedback on Discord. Did you think about that? What if, etc., right? There is a suggestion channel and there is a bug channel for the tweak tool separately. I think I've told everything. The only thing that's left for me is still to figure out why ArcoLinux Futuristic is misbehaving. Well, that's a strange one. So we'll have to dive in the code. Reset original background, that's the normal one. check. If we would like to have a lady. Now I remember what I still wanted to tell you guys. Okay, we'll figure it out. What I wanted to tell you as well, the guys on Plasma changed a little bit. You know, I've made the SDDM themes a cleanup, and there are 3 missing. Fralon Laura, Chili, and Red Rock are gone, but these guys got also new images. So you might notice, or might have noticed that these images have changed. Now, the images that we chose are never here, right? That's something else. Now, the guys of Plasma, take a look, guys. The guys on Plasma can do this. Have this button here, load from file. That's not fair, right? That's why we have ATT, because we don't have that in LeftWM. We don't have that in Awesome, etc. Right? 28 minus 1 Plasma. That's a lot of things where we don't have it. Voila, I've chosen a new one. Apply. I have to save it. Let's see if this works. So in Plasma, anything is possible, but outside Plasma, we're in a void. So that's where ATT comes in, and we can do it like that. Voila. That's a good thing. Why is that not working either in Plasma? So that's for me. And if I find a solution, you'll see a new update. All right, guys, enjoy ATT. Cheers.